Okay, another lazy YouTube video. Now, this one might be a bit mean-spirited, okay, up front. If anybody identifies with the person I'm lampooning here, sorry, I'm an asshole. I got the idea for this video, and sorry if I unintentionally rip off a bit of their stick, but, I love YouTube. The Shock Jocks from New York, Opie and Anthony, hands down the funniest shock jocks I ever heard, Like, Howard Stern, he's kind of funny, but I find you kind of brainwashed into thinking Howard Stern's a comic genius. Opie and Anthony are the funniest shock jocks I've ever heard. Their analysis of movies is always genius, And Ant, that guy is hilarious, okay? One of the best impressionist and spontaneous humor people I've ever heard. But Obama kind of unintentionally destroyed the Opie and Anthony show. Once Obama got elected, came out that Ant had some rather opinionated views on the connection between being black, and being a criminal. I guess black people can counter with, well, most serial killers are white. That's another story. Obama, unintentionally, you destroyed the Opie and Anthony show, and now, Ant is a virulent racist. It destroyed the show. Patrice O'Neal, wherever he is in the afterlife, is probably not too happy with Ant right now. Okay, now, sorry. This bit they did is hilarious. It's on the movie Mask with Cher and Eric Stoltz, It's about this guy called Rocky Dennis. A guy who's a human being. He's a victim, He's a human being like the rest of us. And he was born with a very disfiguring form of deformity. But you gotta acknowledge there's a human being underneath that, all that deformity. Like the rest of us. I can't imagine the inner pain that guy must have felt and just wish he could be one of us normal people. But I think his mother, Cher, had some impression, that Rocky Dennis might be a little bit, deformed when she was giving birth. I can just see her in the, delivery room at the hospital, and Sam Elliott's there. Come on, Cher, give birth to Rocky Dennis. She's like, oh, he'll be a beautiful, wonderful child. Holy shit, it feels like I'm trying to give birth to the planet Jupiter. How big is the head of this baby? I'm in immense pain. And that was Rocky Dennis. Like, Cher, you are a fucking monster. How dare you send Rocky Dennis to a public school? Okay, kids will go ape shit on other kids and treat them like worthless shit for having glasses and boogers, okay? What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry about the swearing. What the fuck were the other students saying to poor Rocky Dennis? I mean, the kindest insult he probably ever got in school was, holy shit, Rocky. You ever make a movie about you, I'm sure they'll get Eric Stoltz, who was good enough to be Rocky Dennis, but not good enough to be Marty McFly. But, when they do the makeup for Rocky Dennis, they'll be too kind on you, Rocky. Okay, you don't look like Eric Stoltz in that future movie. You look like General Akbar from Return of the Jedi, okay, Rocky? The phrase you gotta know is, it's a trap, Rocky. And did he really say that in class? Did he really say, my mother says I look like a lion? One lions are going, Rocky Dennis, no. You do not look like a lion. Do not try to find, a sense of being normal by saying lions look like Rocky Dennis. And two, Rocky Dennis probably really said was, why the fuck did my mother send me to public school These kids are treating me like I'm inhuman shit. This is not my fault. You know, and I love the movie Mask. It's like Forrest Gump. It's one of those movies where people with tragic disabilities are made the protagonists. You know, and we always show sympathy for them as an audience and feel good for their triumphs, you know. We feel good, Rocky Dennis. We feel good for you. Like Sam Elliott and the Bikers. Yeah, don't you dare say Rocky Dennis is, looks like General Akbar. We'll hurt you. Yes, Sam Elliott, that's how the Hells Angels are. Yeah, if you're like, we're protecting a Rolling Stones concert, it might stab you. But how dare you call Rocky Dennis General Akbar? Yeah, it's hilarious. Mask, Open and Anthony are hilarious. It's a bit mean-spirited. To put a more meaningful and less cruel, summation. This isn't a summation, but view on the situation, like the movie The Elephant Man and John Merrick. Just a guy born with elephantitis, and once again, elephants are going to humans. Do you think that's what we fucking look like? Do you think elephants look like John Merrick the Elephant Man, okay? We elephants don't want any of this. We don't want to make John Merrick feel normal. We do not look like you, John Merrick, but The Elephant Man is about John Merrick, a guy born with severe deformities, with a human being under all that, feeling a lot of inner pain, just wanting to be normal. And a very ethical, or thinking himself ethical doctor, takes John Merrick out of a poor freak show, puts him in a hospital where he starts meeting, influential members of Victorian England, But the doctor realizes he's no better than the guy running the freak show. He just took John Merrick out of a, one freak show and put him in a much nicer one. Okay, this is on a different subject. Forrest Gump. What they will not tell you is that Forrest Gump actually existed, okay? But what they'll never tell you about, Forrest Gump, I know you're not the brightest guy ever, but you don't think you're good enough to be with Jenny? Oh my God, Jenny, I'm not good enough to be with you because I'm kind of stupid, and stupid is and stupid does, and stupid's not good enough to be with Jenny. Jesus, Forrest, I know you're not so bright and you had polio, but you were an all-star athlete, war hero. You ran a very successful shrimping concern. Well, that was mostly because of, Bubba and Colonel Dan. If Colonel Dan hadn't pissed off God enough to start that tsunami that destroyed all the other shrimp boats, Forrest Gump never would have gotten, a very successful shrimping concern, But damn, what was Jenny doing, Forrest? I think you were good enough for Jenny, she was a stripper, not to be mean. She did blow in the 70s, and sorry if Jenny existed and she's in heaven now saying, God, you're an asshole. Rocky Dennis and John Merrick are up here in heaven too saying, you're an asshole. And I'll just say, yeah, I know, this is not nice humor, but I got the idea from Opie and Anthony. Blame them, but Jenny, yes, I pray to God you finally didn't give Forrest Gump that mercy lay after you got one of the most incurable diseases in the history of mankind. But that's why Forrest Gump was a good man, because he had a kid with Jenny, and even after he loses her, he steps up to the plate and he's a good father. But Forrest Gump ended racism in the South. He wasn't smart enough to realize that his family was in bed with the Ku Klux Klan up to its, teats. He wasn't smart enough to put that together, but because of his friendship with Bubba and helping him become a CEO of a successful shrimping concern. Well, oh God, I'm not playing the best here. I play Saints and Sinners a lot better. I don't know why, but, yes. But, what happened at the end of that movie, because of all the shit he took from white people, them chasing him because he had polio? Well, Forrest Gump, became patriarch of one of the most powerful Ku Klux Klan families in the South, Well, he decided to start preferring black people to his fellow whites, Like shit, Forrest. Oh, Jenny, you're better than Forrest. The guy was a war hero, all-star athlete, CEO of a $100 million company, ping pong champion of the world. But he's not good enough to be with Jenny. Yes, Jenny. Like Jenny, did you see Forrest's mother's house? It was a mansion. Just bite the bullet and settle for Forrest, and he'll treat you with respect and, not treat you like you deserve nothing better than to be a stripper and do cocaine in the 70s. That's what I love about those movies. Yes, that's how it is for people like Forrest Gump in reality and Rocky Dennis and John Merrick. Oh, when they're alive, we treat them like they're monsters sometimes, but if you make a movie about them, then the triumph of the human spirit. Just us trying to make ourselves feel better going, well, I met Rocky Dennis in real life, I'd feel very uncomfortable, but if you make a movie about him, I'm a humanitarian because I'm moved by this story of the triumph of the human spirit. That's what I love opening Anthony. And damn you, Obama, great president, set a good example for the American system. Might be bullshit, but as long as you're American, despite what Trump and, birth certificate conspiracy theorists believe, as long as you're American, you put in the time, you earn it, and you get the consent of most Americans. Well, the consent of most Americans doesn't mean shit. It's the Electoral College that matters. But it doesn't matter if you're white, brown, black, or female. Anybody's allowed to be president. Okay, so sorry if Rocky Dennis, Jenny, and John Merrick are up there in heaven right now hating my guts, saying, God, that wasn't even funny. You're an asshole. Opie Anthony's a lot funnier. I'd say true, but, well, at least I wasn't a stripper and had a head so large that, well, do you imagine the pain Cher must have gone through giving birth to Rocky Dennis? Okay, I'm out.